The hip joint, I just want to name this up front. The hip joint is one of the biggest joints in the human body, and it has some of the largest muscles attached to it. So what I'm going to ask of us is to run an experiment. What is possible at my hip joint without borrowing motion from my spine or my pelvis? Which means you're going to have to spend some muscular effort, use some strength to keep your spine and pelvis still, to allow that hip joint to explore its possibilities. So this might feel quite expensive. This might feel like sort of our first, like, oh, that's a strength move. What else do I want to say? What's possible for each of our hips is going to be very different and is going to vary a little bit day to day. So that's the other valuable part of approaching your body like a toddler exploring its body for the first time, is that like you never step in the same river twice. So like even me, I've been doing this move for years, and every time I'm like, oh, that's a little different today, right? If I allow myself to be present to it versus expecting what's going to happen, I discover new shit. And then it's fun for me because novelty is good for ADHD brains. Hey. Okay, so if you've got a yoga block, grab it. If you've got a book instead, grab that. Fantastic. And we're going to move over to our mats in that hands and knees position. So I'll meet you over there. Okay, so watch me for a hot second so you get kind of a sense of where we're going, and I'll talk about the whys, and then we'll experiment it together. So the hip joint can go into flexion, some amount of flexion, extension, and it can also do abduction and adduction, where we bring it towards the other leg. So those are kind of our like crosshairs, and then we're going to try to connect them into something that feels like a circle. The block or the book is going to go on the low back and just be a little bit of feedback. If we end up moving the spine or pelvis, that block or book is going to fall. And again, like, let this be useful information. Oh, I didn't know I was moving my pelvis. Now I do. Yay. Celebrate. You haven't failed. It's just useful findings. So you're going to set up with your hands underneath your armpits, your knees underneath your hips, and your block on your back. And if your wrists are not into this at all, you can do from forearms. If that feels better, you can also switch partway through. Yes? From here, brace your midsection a little bit. So imagine that like your toddler friend was going to poke you in the belly, and you don't want to get poked in a way that's painful, so you kind of brace a little bit. And then you're going to start by going into extension. So you're going to send your sole of your foot up towards the ceiling. How high can you push in that direction without anything falling off or being painful or uncomfortable? And then you're going to come out to the side. And then you're going to pull your knee towards your chest. And sometimes our bellies will be in the way of our leg moving forward, and that is okay. You just do your best there. And then bring your knees together so that they touch. So there's one circle. We're going to keep exploring in that same direction. Heel explores towards the ceiling. How much extension do I have? Knee comes out to the side. Knee comes towards the chest. And knees squeeze in towards each other. One more time this direction at your own pace. Heel up towards the ceiling. Knee out to the side. And again, you don't have to hit these marks right when I'm saying them. I'm just reminding us what the trajectory is, and then give it a rest. Good. Okay, take a little break for your wrists, and then we're going to do the opposite direction for that same leg. What else did I want to say? Right. So most important thing is that you are moving with control, smooth control, not that you're matching my pace and not that you're matching the pace of my voice. Think of my cues as just like, here's where you're going next, here's where you're going next, but you get there in your own time. Yes? Okay. So same leg, opposite direction. Brace your midsection. Pull your knee towards your chest. Push your leg out to the side. Heel towards the ceiling. Legs squeeze together. Hi, friends. Keep it going. Knee towards the chest. How much can I move in that direction? Knee to the side. What's possible? Heel to the ceiling. Thighs squeeze together and slide past each other. We got one more to do. Knee towards the chest. Knee to the side. Heel to the ceiling. And legs come together. Good. Okay, take a little break, come off your wrists, take a little mental shakeout, and we're gonna try our other leg. And I just wanna also name, like, this can be really demanding for the shoulders, the arms, especially the same side arm as the moving leg. Whew, getting in there, yeah? So again, this is an expensive move for the not moving parts, which can be sort of humbling because we're like, it's not even moving. It's like, yes, but it's working hard to not move, which is a valid way to strength train. Right? Yeah, exactly. So do your best to sort of stay on your twister dot. But again, this will come with time. We're not going to nail it on our first attempt. Okay. So new side, plant those hands into the floor, try to press into all 10 fingertips, brace your belly, and drive your new leg, new heel up to the ceiling. Explore what's possible. Out to the side, knee towards the chest. And again, just acknowledge that your thigh and your belly are probably gonna make contact with each other, and that may or may not feel good to you. You can decide how much is tolerable today. Thighs scrape past each other, and then we go again. Heel to the ceiling, knee out to the side, knee to the chest, and thighs scrape past each other. Last one, third time's the charm. Heel to the ceiling, knee out to the side, knee towards the chest, any amount that feels right, no pinch. And then knees come together. Take a little pause. You can shake your wrists out if you'd like. And then we're gonna go in the opposite direction for that same leg. This is a great place to play with that shoulder blades apart movement that we worked on in the warm-up. So feel what it's like to sink into your shoulder blades and have your chest sink down. And then really do the opposite. Press your shoulder blades apart. Press into all 10 fingers. Feel strong through your upper body. And then draw the knee towards your chest. Out to the side. Heel to the ceiling. And then thighs scrape past each other. Mwah. Knee towards the chest. Knee out to the side. Heel to the ceiling. And thighs make contact. Last one, best one. Knee towards the chest. Knee out to the side. Heel to the ceiling. And thighs come together. Whoocha! Okay. How are we doing? How did that feel? What do we need to know about it for next time?